Ladies and gentlemen, damas y caballeros, let's get ready to rumble! Fighting out of the red corner, wearing green with red, official weight 157 pounds. His professional record, 22 victories, including 6 knockouts, only 1 defeat, with 1 bout even. From East LA, California, the former junior middleweight world champion, Sergio, the Latin Snake Mora. And fighting out of the blue corner, wearing white with red and green, officially weighing in at 154 pounds. His professional record, 46 victories, including 39 knockouts with 6 defeats. From Pomona, California, the former lightweight world champion, former 3-time welterweight world champion, and former junior middleweight champion of the world, Sugar Shane Mosley.
Okay, boys. Hang on a second. Let them clear the ring. Let them clear the ring. Take a breath. Let them clear. How are you, Michael? Second, fellas.
In the room with you. We gotta watch jump in with that head.
I'll watch it. I'll be on it.
And let him grab it.
All right, gentlemen. We have a 12-round fight. Let me define this place for you. Right here and right there. 12 rounds. Touch them up. Good luck. Come out at the bell. Thank you, sir.
The Los Angeles script is this. Mosley has the pedigree and the punch. Mora has the advantage in age and size and perhaps style. Roll him, Jim.
And the last pre-fight punch thrown by either side was trainer Naseem Richardson, Mosley's trainer, you heard him, turning to the referee casually and saying, I want to mention one more time Sergio Mora's head and look out for headbutts. To which Pat Russell was very casual. He said, sure.
Mora is wearing something below his right knee called a patella brace. We were unaware of that. Don't know if it means anything.
The patella, of course, is the tendon that attaches the kneecap to the shin bone, and maybe he stretched it or torn it or something like that, but we do not know. No prior information about that. And I'm glad you knew what it was, Larry. I thought maybe it was just decorative, to be totally honest with you. Well, you heard about Sergio Mora's movement, and so far the first minute of the fight has been dominated by Sergio's movement, staying away. After a minute, he decides to engage and takes a good, solid left hook in the mouth from Shane Mosley. First significant landed punch of the fight.
You asked the question before, Jim, whether Mayweather's victory over Mosley was all Mayweather, or how much did Mosley contribute? It just strikes me, but we'll find out in this fight. See what Mosley can do against Mora.
Because Mora is a live body.
Yeah.
And it's a style that gives Shane trouble.
Watch those kidneys, fellas.
But maybe Shane can simply chop him down as the sharper, stronger, more aggressive fighter. Maybe this time the height doesn't mean so much.
Watch your head.
So far in the first round, Mora has looked tentative, as though he's unwilling to engage. And Mosley, on the few occasions he's gotten close, has taken advantage. Scoring of the round, I think, would be dominated by the one big left hook that Mosley stuck into Mora's mouth. Mosley blocking Mora's right hand.
Stop the bell.
Well, if that was any indication, it's not going to be an action fight.
Serge, he's leaning back from your jab. When he keeps doing that, when he does that, throw a lot of the De La Hoya jabs. Jab, 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 then catch him with the right.
He's gonna counter.
All right. He's trying to catch you with the left first and then the right. Right? He's trying to slip your jab and come up and over. Right? So Serge, remember the rules. If he slips it over here, you don't stay down that side. If he goes like that, down that way, look at it this way.
If you say you're touching with it, he leans in, man. Just pop him quick with that jab. Don't wait on him, because he's going to hop in and just try to do some flashing. He's relaxing now because he's trying to measure you. Get that stick going, so he can't tell the measurement.
Well, he's moving around a lot, so I can't really hit him with the stick yet because he's got the land.
You just got to let him sit. Don't have. I keep telling you about trying to land it.
Just clear corner on me.
Well, in round one, Sergio Mora's style, such as it was, turned CompuBox numbers into a joke. Mora landing 1 of 30, 1 of 30, and Mosley 6 out of 22. Shane really could only get off 22 punches because Mora spent most of the round staying away.
All right, we'll hold him. Let him go. Shane, let him go. Step back. You know it's right. Punch inside.
So far, we're getting the sparring match that Mora, as a young fighter, once almost had with Mosley when he was preparing for a fight.
Well,
All right, I got it. Stop.
until a few moments ago when they started to engage,
Now box.
if this were a sparring session, most good trainers would stop it and say, wait, we need to work a lot harder than
Stop.
this.
Don't hit behind the head.
You wonder if Mora is showing more respect for
All right, both your
Mosley,
hands. Free up your hands
who
inside.
he was a fan of, than he should.
The booing has begun. Those ringside experts, and I didn't think they were crazy, those ringside experts who were picking Mora to win the fight must be wondering when the guy they picked is going to show up.
Stop.
Because he's clearly not here yet.
Box.
Minute to go in the second round. All Sergio Mora's really tried to do is stay away. There he turns
All right, we're
southpaw
following in.
and
Let your hands go. Let him
fires
go.
a body shot.
Let him go, both of you. Let him go. Sergio, let him go. Let him go. You got free hands. Stop. Break. Take a step. Now go.
So Pat Russell discovers that telling the fighters to break isn't necessarily going to get it done. Right hand lands for Mosley. Mora just backing away. Turns southpaw again. Shane may get frustrated with the waiting, but it isn't going to be hard to win rounds this way. The booing picks up a little bit. Now Mosley manages
free
to
up those
corner
hands, free him
Mora
up.
and lands
Let
one
him go.
punch before the taller,
Stop the bell.
longer arm fighter ties him up. Mora can fight inside, and he got in one shot there before Mosley busted him back.
So he's gonna bend with activity. He gonna BS with activity. That's why you gotta have the jab out there. He's gonna BS with activity. Shoot it sharp anyway. He dips, he'll dip into him. You can't just let him walk around and jump in when he's ready to. All right? Stop looking for one shot, even when you're jabbing. You see when you're jabbing, even when it's not landing, you're creating something because he's still shaking off the cobweb. He's ducking down and pulling away. So you create that right hand, come back with that up. All right?
On the inside, you got to work a little harder than him with the one hand free. All right? Turn your legs around. You're not turning your legs around. Yeah, turn them around like that when you go in.
Together, they threw 55 punches in the second round. Mosley 7 of 29, Mora 4 of 26. The significance of that, a good junior welterweight should average about 55 thrown punches per round. One guy, not two. Harold, did you score those first 2 rounds, or did you not bother?
Okay, Jim, 2-0. 20-18, sugar Shane Mosley. You know, Jim, the only thing I see that Sergio Mora is doing good so far is he feints real good. I mean, he gives you those feints constantly. You know, he sticks his head in, sticks his head back, flips his feet around a couple of times. But you don't punch hard. He just touches you. I mean, I haven't seen him throw a solid punch in 2 rounds. It's unbelievable. On the other hand, Shane Mosley, when he comes in, lands good, solid, hard shots. He's doing more damage. He's winning this fight on clean, effective punching. 2-0 Mosley.
You're a genius, Harold. Have you ever given anybody a round for good feinting?
No, never.
I didn't think so. Look at the chase. Look at Mosley running from one corner to another to try to get to Mora and land the punch. Mora tapping the back of his head as if to say to Pat Russell, can't you see what a foul-filled affair this is?
Right, watch your heads, watch your head. Whoa, 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 whoa. Sergio, watch that head.
I'm trying to figure out what Moore is trying to figure out. And I don't get it yet.
Free hands, bring him up.
He's what I call one of those athletic ambush fighters who's looking to surprise you by jumping in and then wrestle you around in the middle of the, when he can.
Free up those hands, stop.
It's
Stop,
an
right
ugly
there.
style,
Elbow.
but it's
Watch
been
the elbow.
effective for him in the past.
The king of the ambush style, Sergio Martinez, is sitting at ringside to our left. That's the Sergio who is right now a rising star in the sport and the champion of the middleweight division. Mora can't fight in his style.
Well, it's plain that what Mosley has decided that he can box with him and then take his shots when they come. He doesn't have to extend himself and expose himself because Mora is more interested in not getting hit than in hitting.
Now it's going well for Shane. You know, all he has to do is go through the motions to win the rounds because Mora's not trying to win rounds yet.
Stop.
Shane's actually landed a couple of fairly solid blows. And how about Shane playing up to the Mexican fans, Larry, with the word azúcar, Spanish for sugar, on his trunks?
And wearing the Mexican flag colors.
Exactly right. Shane might have been thinking that because of Mora's style, Mexican fans would wind up rooting for him here.
Well,
in fact, I'm sure he's thinking that.
Well, Mora himself said people prefer cojones and heart over smart.
He's right.
I got it. Stop at the bell. Listen, break. Now listen to that bell. Time.
Now the boos are getting louder as the crowd seems to realize what they're watching.
Serge.
You're going to catch him with a 4.
I know.
Take a deep breath. The jabs are doing a little bit better now. Cross it over, remember. See what he's trying to do when you jab? He's slipping this way. He's coming under. Don't go for that. As soon as he slips it, go the same way he slipped it.
Let your hand speed win that round there. All right? But don't let him just fall back to the ropes and get out of there unscathed. When you go back to those ropes, you got to put that work in there and make them investments. You put him over here and you look for the head. He's going to start jumping around with his head. And touch him under there, man. Put that touch under there. We worked on this. But let that left hand back him up. When you start doubling your jab, that backs him to the ropes.
The last time Naz Richardson was in this building was the night of the Margarito fight when he discovered that Margarito's gloves or wraps have been tampered with. Since then, Margarito has been going around saying I didn't know the gloves were loaded, but I promise I'll never do it again.
What's your take?
Free up those hands. Free them up, Shane.
As incidentally, Mosley landed a right hand in there.
Don't do that.
Well, my
Don't pin his
take
hand
is a
and pull
basketball
underneath.
player knows when a rim is a ½ inch off. Baseball player knows when a bat is a ¼ of an ounce off. Football player knows when a football is
Free him up.
a
Shane,
¼
free
of
him
a
up.
pound off in pressure.
Sergio, free him up. Let the
How
head
can a
go.
prize fighter not know that something's going on in his fists?
I could not be more in agreement.
Don't pull that head. Whoa, whoa, don't pull that head. Stop, stop.
Meanwhile, if we find something interesting to talk about related to the prize fight which is taking place in front of you, we will certainly report it. It's becoming a wrestling match now, as Mosley has closed the distance between himself and Mora, and so rather than to simply try to stay away, Mora has begun holding Mora.
Don't put your head.
Mosley
All right, don't hit that kidney. Let's go.
talking to
Free
Mora,
hands.
telling him
Free
to
him up,
come on,
James.
come on, hoping that
Free up that hand.
he'll try to make a better fight of it so
Yeah.
that they can both function, and he thinks he can win that fight.
All right, I got to stop
He's
punching.
winning this
Watch
one.
your heads. Now go.
You can almost hear Shane in there thinking, I gave you the opportunity. Didn't you want to do more with it than this?
Let him go, Sergio. Let him go. Let the head go. Let it go.
Mora has both of his gloves tightly fixed around Mosley's head as Shane bears in and tries to get something to the body. Hard right hand for Mosley. Left misses. Another right hand lands.
That right hand inside caught Mora's
All right, I got
attention.
your holding
Yep.
now. Step back. Take
He
a
says,
step
oh,
forward, book
now
it.
I'm in here with Shane Mosley.
Mostly Mora's just scratching and holding. But Mosley lands something good every once in a while.
Free hands. Free him up. Let him go. Watch your heads.
Well,
Good.
if he said he
Headbutt.
didn't want to fight
Headbutt,
Taylor
and I got a cut.
for the long term, maybe he's not fighting in the early rounds for the long term. But now,
Hard
good
right hand
punch.
by Mora.
Maybe-
Best punch he's thrown in the fight.
Maybe that blood changed his mind.
Right, because he's bleeding from above the right eye and bleeding pretty profusely from an
Yeah.
apparent accidental headbutt
Whoa,
cut.
whoa, whoa, whoa.
And there
Where's
won't
that
be
at?
a long
Don't
term
pull that head. Don't suck it underneath.
if there's a short term.
Well, that blood, the cut from a headbutt, is the most exciting thing that's happened in the fight. Might create action.
Time. Corner.
Sir, what did you say about body shot? Okay, that's not. You did. Like, Serge, you can walk him with the 1-2s now. Sergio, please step to the right. Remember you were catching all your sparring partners, you can step to the right with the right hand? That's what you gotta do. He tilts his head. Yeah.
Not bad.
Hey, he's used to fighting with blood. You know, this ain't no thing to him. Serge, you need to step. Your jab is roll it up. Your jab.
Let's take a look at the headbutt, Larry. You know, they never look on camera in replay bad enough to cause the cuts that they cause.
But it can't. But you can see the blood
You can see it starting.
coming out of there, and it's in a bad place, right below the eyebrow.
Exactly right. It's in a place where it's conceivable that it will bleed into the eye and affect his vision.
Maybe it will affect how he fights this fight, more importantly, at the moment.
We're into the 5th round.
Fighting southpaw.
No, standing southpaw. Please pardon the correction.
I stand corrected. In his later years, Mosley has often used the left hand primarily as a range finder
Take that hand. Shane, go to
rather
it.
than a serious punch to set everything else up.
Punch it up.
He's trying to use it more here, but it's difficult against a tall fighter who moves as much as Mora does.
Stop. Don't hit. Pick him up. You okay? Box.
This is pathetic. This is a pathetic performance in a big opportunity fight for Sergio Mora.
I'm thinking that if he wins the fight, if he happens to get the decision and comes on, it won't do him much good in the eyes of the fans with this kind of a stink-out fight.
Well, any judge who scores this fight for Mora should be a candidate for lobotomy.
Well, it's not over. It's not to the halfway point yet. We don't know what's going to happen.
Punches up, Shane.
I'm trying to figure out why the crowd is excited.
They stood up for some reason. Ten seconds to go in the 5th round. And if Mora's performance was embarrassing before now, I think it was even worse in this round. The blood didn't do him any good at all in terms of competitiveness. And the boos are beginning to ring in Staples Center. And they're not booing Shane Mosley. He's trying as hard as he can to make combat. One of LA's most beloved figures, Irvin Magic Johnson, seated next to Oscar De La Hoya. A tremendous fan of boxing. In fact, Larry, I'll never forget November of 1992, sitting next to you in Las Vegas at the end of the 10th round of Riddick Bowe versus Evander Holyfield, one of the greatest rounds in heavyweight championship history. I caught Magic's eyes across the ring, and he looked at me and lifted his head back and simply shook it back and forth as though exhibiting blindism. But what he really was exhibiting was the ecstasy of watching a round like that.
And do a positive cheer for Magic. We're looking for Magic here in the ring.
Round 6 begins. 12-round fight. Harold Letterman, how do you have it so far?
The excitement is killing me. 4 rounds to 1. 49-46. Sugar Shane Mosley. Jim, I tell you, Sugar Shane Mosley, if anybody's doing any punching, it's Mosley. I don't know how long Pat Russell's going to let Sergio Mora just grab and hold. Let's talk about the cut for a moment. The cut was caused by an accidental headbutt. In this fight, we're using the California rules. The California rules say that at the start of the 4th round, we go to the scorecards on an accidental headbutt. So if that cut is made worse by legal blows, we would go to the scorecard to determine the winner. 4-1, Sugar Shane Mosley.
Harold, let's talk about the 4th round. You gave it to Mora. Was that because of the one cracking right hand?
The right hand, yeah. I mean, why else? I mean,
the only good punch all night.
It was the only good punch of the fight.
Well, relative to the other rounds, it was a whirlwind. What makes this especially hard on the fans, and this is a big, enthusiastic crowd, upwards of maybe 13,000, is they saw 3 sensational knockouts leading up to this. You don't want the warm-up act to be better than the big act.
No, it was almost a given, though, tonight with the Saul Alvarez versus Carlos Baldemir matchup. That if Alvarez was able to pull it off and knock out the sturdy Baldemir, he'd be the hero of the night. It was a setup.
Let the heads go.
And he did it.
Up, Shane.
And if this fight continues this way, Alvarez may even get the newspaper headlines tomorrow. Oh, there's a good left hook. Momentarily clocked Mosley inside. Did Mora. And some of that comes from the fact that Shane has pretty much thrown caution to the wind to try to get something going here.
Well, when one fighter has been the clear aggressor, round by round by round, in a hard round to score, who are you going to give it to?
Pretty easy choice.
At this point, I think we can say without fear of contradiction that it was Mayweather who caused that one-sided defeat of Shane Mosley.
So you're saying that you think Shane looks alive, sharp, physically?
Well, against the type of fighter who's always given him problems before, a big guy who beat Vernon Forrest.
Serge, does he hit hard? No. Don't get stupid, though. Serge, you're on the right hands, man. The same ones that Vernon Forrest landed.
What round is it? I want you to step.
Your right hand.
What round?
It's 7, 1-7. Yeah, 7 coming up. You're going to get a
All right, here's an unusual sight.
Okay, good. Serge, you step to the right. Step to the right and jab.
Here's that unusual sight. You see how Shane is dropping his hands, just thinking all offense, and Mora finally connects.
Yeah, he's landed one right and one left. They were both very good. But that was in 6 rounds.
Dig in there. All right, it's time to start hitting this joke with body shots, make it feel.
We're into the second half of the fight. CompuBox numbers, Mosley 54 out of 217. He's trying. Mora 24 out of 198. He's trying some of the time. Harold, how do you have it through 6?
Okay, Jim. 59, 55, 5 rounds to 1, Sugar Shane Mosley. It's the same thing round after round after round. Mora holding, Mosley trying to make the fight, landing whatever good punches are being landed. So certainly, based on clean punching, Sugar Shane Mosley 5-1.
Harold, send me a thank you note next week because I put you into an extra round. I gave you another appearance that wasn't even formatted for you.
Will do, Jim.
I love you, Harold. Your score reports are more exciting than anything that's going on in the rings.
All right, you guys,
There's some fighters you can't look good against. Mora may be one of them. But Mosley is winning the fight on aggression, but I can't say he's fighting an old-fashioned Mosley fight here.
Well, Shane's been in with guys you can't look good against. I mean, Winky Wright is exhibit A of a guy that you just don't expect to ever look good against.
And he lost the second fight, as I recall, by a split decision or a majority decision.
Mora landed another straight right hand.
Yeah, that's one of
Looks
those.
like when he leads with the right, instead of trying to 1-2, he surprises Shane. Shane's expecting to see him put the jab up first. Good little left hook inside by Mora.
All right,
He's coming alive.
Yeah.
Doesn't necessarily mean he wants to fight more. He's just doing better when Shane forces him to.
Finally, Mosley got a body shot in.
Good one. Left hook to the body. Another good body shot with the right hand.
Back. Watch your heads. Take a break. Now go.
Mora walked right into it. Well, it wasn't a great round, but it looks more like a fight than that which has come before.
And if he should get the round, he's still within distance of winning the fight.
Could be.
Towards you, go the right hand. Throw it at his body. I don't care where. You did, Brad.
You get that one?
How do you feel?
Good.
Yeah, he's not really landing anything. That's why. But you need to step to the right when you throw your right hand.
I got it.
You're missing it over his head. Throw it here, Serge, right here. Step that way, just like we worked on it. Throw it down at his chest. And he'll run right into it. And after you hit him, come back with an uppercut. Left uppercut. And finish your defense.
Go ahead.
How do you feel?
Good, man. Just gotta, watch out.
Back to the ropes of the corner where you need him to be. Then you can double the jab, bend your knees, and come up with your shots. All right, bend your knees, take a quarter step, drive that right hand around, come right back with the left hook. Come on, baby. Yo, the rounds is dead.
Sergio Mora landed 9 punches by CompuBox count in the 7th round, 9 out of 49. That makes it his best round of the fight statistically. Shane Mosley was 10 out of 35. We go to the 8th, and Harold gave the 7th to Mora. So if Sergio Mora were able to win this round, and you might describe him as being in the middle of a rally.
You see very few veteran fighters who fight with the same, let us say, enthusiasm and aggression in their later years as they did in their early years. And Mosley certainly isn't the fighter he was then. But here he is at the age of 39, still the aggressor,
Punches up.
still
All right, step
going
back. Step
for
back.
it.
Don't do that. Step back. Box.
Like Archie Moore?
Like Archie Moore, like Len Johnson.
Free hands. Free him up.
And when Shane is through fighting, whenever that is, he'll still be a gym rat, training his son and other fighters, managing fighters. Boxing is Shane Mosley's life in every way. I think this has been a pretty big round for Shane so far. I haven't seen Mora do much of anything, and Shane has landed several good punches in reestablishing his aggression here in this round. It's almost as if Shane realized that he made the 7th round a little too easy for Mora and wants to take the wind back out of his sails.
Stop the bell, fellas. Time. No punching. No punching.
And fighting 3 minutes of every round.
Every second of the round. Shane Mosley. Well said, Larry.
Shane, we was in camp too long for this, man. Too long. We put the work in. The work was in there. I watched you do the work. You in shape. I watched you run. I know you're in great shape. Shane, ain't no excuses, baby. You're not performing what we worked on. All right? You corralling him to the ropes perfect. And then you just letting him off the hook. Son, that ain't you. When you put him on the ropes, he got to pay a price for backing straight up on that line. If you keep letting him jump at you with them wild right hands, he going to land every once in a while. He going to get closer and closer. He was missing everything early, but he going to land one if you keep letting him throw. I need that jab.
No, I don't think so.
No, you're not. You're not losing.
Get jab, put pressure on him.
This is our part right here that we wanted. Separate it now. Separate yourself now, sir. Use fast moves.
Mora with a word for you viewers at home. Meanwhile, how about the speech from Naseem Richardson to Shane Mosley? There's another guy who's still bringing it, right? Naseem's one of the great stories in the sport, having come back from a thoroughly debilitating stroke to almost 100% physical competence. Harold, how do you have this through 8?
Okay, Jim, 6 rounds to 2, 78, 74, Sugar Shane Mosley. You know, Jim, I gotta tell you, Sugar Shane Mosley is the aggressor, landing the harder shots, the cleaner shots, but every time he gets Mora up on the ropes, Mora grabs him, and Pat Russell lets him get away with it. I just think that, you know, Mora's doing too much holding. I really think that he should get at least a warning, if not a point deducted, because he's holding Shane Mosley constantly, and you're not allowed to do that. Pat Russell just keeps yelling, let him go. The truth of the matter is, Mora's holding him. It's almost like fighting an octopus. Be as it may, Shane Mosley certainly winning this fight at clean punches. 6-2 Mosley.
Yeah, I made the point very early in the fight that Mora wasn't going to break just because Pat yelled at him to do so. But there have not been many physical breaks by the referee.
And it's simply part of his.
All right, watch your heads, watch your heads, watch your heads. Step back.
His weaponry, if that's what you can call it.
We're okay.
You know, fighting out of a pillbox. He's holding, grabbing, frustrating his opponent. That's what Mora does.
Second half of the fight has been better than the first. Maybe because of all his inactivity, Mora needed a little while to warm up, get himself into the competition. I'm still not saying that he's winning it, but it's a little more competitive fight than it was for the first 4 or 5 rounds.
Let his head out. Don't hold the head.
Good block on the right hand by Mosley. Blocked it with his glove.
Those heads.
I have to give Mora's corner credit for keeping that cut under control. It has not become the factor in this fight that it might have.
Go, Shane. Hold him.
Cut man is Carlos Vargas. Done a good job on Sergio's eye. Body shots by Mosley. Shane fighting most of the time with his hands down. Unconcerned about
good left hook.
Any power from Mora, and it's an excellent left hook by Shane Mosley as he jumped in those last 10 seconds of the round.
Outside zone.
Can you see? Get in here.
So you gotta let your hands move. You gotta take the step to the right. It'll give you a safe spot. All right? Let your fucking hands go. We're down to the last 3 rounds. This is what we wanted. I know he's trying to be slippery and trying to run you into a shot, but you still gotta
put it in. Stuff you hit me with, you're not gonna hit him with it?
Yeah. These are 32s, right?
You put him, son. Being
Good,
easy.
okay.
Ref, we gotta stop him jumping in with that head.
Sure, if you want to show it, I don't know if we
This
have
is
the
the time
time.
we call on it, son. The work is in. You coming to life now because you're in great shape. Dig down, put them shots in it for me. Double that shot up. Come on, man. Onion over, double that shot.
I think it's too late now.
Go to that body like we worked on.
CompuBox numbers in 9. Mosley 18 out of 48. Mora 9 out of 49. The 18 connects in the round. Highest number so far for Shane Mosley in the fight. He's pulling away on Harold Letterman's scorecard. And despite what they told Sergio Mora in his corner, there are not 2 rounds remaining in the fight. There are 3. Unless Mora elects to opt out after the 11th.
I got you.
All right, watch that head. Pick up those hands. Pick up those hands, let them go. Watch those heads. that head.
You see anything new, Larry?
No, I don't. I do sense that Mora may sense and he's got to turn it up.
Too late. I think he could win all the remaining rounds and it wouldn't make a difference, is my guess, but we shall see. He is definitely putting forth more of an offensive effort in this round than has been the case before. Incidentally, this is the kind of fight Shane Mosley likes. Shane doesn't mind taking a few shots if it means he's going to get a chance to fire back.
Let that head go. Let it go.
Fighting the best fighters of his time, Mosley's been down in one fight by Barney Falls.
Punches up. Stop. Break. Take a step.
Mora's landed a couple of good counter right hands in this round.
Free him up, Sergio. Free him up.
When you have so many listless rounds, if you do a little bit, you're going to get probably more credit. And he conceivably wins this round unless something else happens here.
All right, whoa,
Good
stop.
body work by Mosley there.
Box.
Mostly keeping Mora on the defensive.
Stop at the bell. Time, no punching. Corner.
Biscuits, man. You're allowed to moan. No. Somebody just told me on TV you're losing 6 rounds to 3. But they're not the official judges. Okay? Take a deep breath. Serge, why don't you step to the right?
How's it feeling? How's it looking,
Keep
Carlos?
turning and moving.
Looks good.
Keep on looking into your jab and win this fight from
Number 11.
For no insult.
No, fucking
No, no,
move.
no, easy.
Move.
I don't get it.
I'm not saying you lost it. But if they're, what are they looking at? I don't know.
He's lean and doing little
Yeah.
bullshit punches. Looks like he's busy.
Take a deep breath.
All right. There's no way he wins these 2 rounds. I promise
Okay.
you.
Win 'em.
He can't keep jumping in and grabbing like that, ref.
You heard Mora promise his corner he'll win the last 2 rounds. He would need it to possibly squeeze something out of this. Does that mean he'll be more aggressive? And if he does, what will that mean for Mosley?
Punches in the 10th round. Mosley 20 of 53, Mora 15 of 47. 10 of Mora's connects were power punches. That's his high water mark for the fight. When they told him that it was 6 rounds to 3 in Mora's corner on Harold's scorecard, they were wrong, of course. Harold's scorecard was 7 rounds to 3, including that he gave Mora the 10th round. It was 7 rounds to 2 prior to that. So numerically, at least on the Letterman card, which they accurately pointed out is unofficial, he would need a knockout, meaning Mora's.
As Richardson said, Mora couldn't knock the glass over with a running start. 6 knockouts in his career.
Couldn't knock a glass off the table with a running start. It was one of the better lines I've heard in a fighter meeting.
Don't push off. Push back. Go.
That replaces the time-honored couldn't crack an egg. Good right hand by Mosley. Mora couldn't duck under it.
Free him up. Free him up, Shane. Watch those heads. Free him up. Let the head go. I got it. Stop. Get him out. Box. All right, free him up. Free him up, Shane.
Mosley hanging on a little bit here.
Let him go, Sergio.
Shane's had to work. To break the stranglehold of Mora's long arms. to create combat and a combat-free fight, at least for the first several rounds. Good right hand by Mosley there.
Well, Mora's trying harder.
Yeah, Mora seems to have waked up in the last 3 or 4 rounds and realized it's a fight. And there's a clean right hand shot for Mosley.
Crowd getting what it wants now.
All right, I got to stop.
They're trading now. Full-on trades. Hard to say which man got the better of it, but Shane lands the heavier punches for sure.
He's hitting with those stupid punches over the top. Sergio, are those punches hurting you at all? No. Okay, keep doing it. You gotta keep him at a distance. You're not doing a step 2, man. I'm telling you, that's a big one. 12th round, baby. Let it all hang out. Let it all hang out.
Bro, he gonna hold and headbutt the hold.
I got you, Coach. But we're both working inside, and they're freeing him up when they do it. So
my guy gotta hold him because he don't want to get knocked down. This guy diving in. Shane, ref ain't gonna be there for it. They're gonna let this guy hold. You got a middleweight laying on you, Shane. Is that grease on him for me, Jim?
Over there.
All right. Baby, this is it right here, baby. Come on, baby. Everything you got, baby. Everything you got.
Thank you for a good fight.
Well, the 11th round was clearly the best round of the fight. Mosley is 20 of 41 by CompuBox count. Mora 20 of 68. Shane with a 50-punch, connected punch advantage entering the final round. Harold, how do you have it through 11?
Okay, Jim. 107, 102, 8 rounds to 3. Sugar Shane Mosley. You know, Jim, I agree with Naseem Richardson, who yelled at Pat Russell at the end of rounds 10 and 11. He's holding. But, you know, obviously, Pat Russell said to Naseem Richardson, I ain't doing nothing about it. That's all there is to it. I don't know why Pat wants to keep pulling them apart, but he lets Mora get away with all that holding. Be as it may, Shane Mosley, the aggressor, landed the cleaner, harder shots, winning the majority of these rounds. It would be a shame to give this fight to Sergio Mora, you know, doing all that holding.
Look at
Let him go, Sergio.
Good call, Harold. I agree with you. And look at Shane working down the stretch. He just never quits, Larry. Competitor, competitor, competitor.
You know, he's like a star actor, movie actor who occasionally gets into a clunker, but everybody loves him for the body of his work.
Tonight, it was the smaller body, the shorter body, but by far the harder working body. He has made Mora fight. Not all that easy to do. Right there. Right now, Shane is letting his Los Angeles fans know that he would like to close the show, even if he's not likely to get a shot while being held along the ropes.
You can hear him grunting all over the ring.
All right, I got to stop punching. Step out. Shane, take a step. Box.
Shane Mosley has accomplished something very noteworthy in the last 5 or 6 rounds of this fight.
Get those hands. Let him go, Sergio.
He forced Sergio Mora to fight honorably. He shamed him into a real fight. You gotta love that. Go, Shane. Keep it up.
Watch those hands.
How can you not root for that man? After everything he's done for the sport.
Stop. Take a step.
Just never quits.
If he collapses, it'll be at the finish line. After giving
those hands. Let him go.
every ounce of himself for every minute of
Watch
this fight.
There isn't a boxing fan alive who's ever been shorted on a live ticket or a pay-per-view by this man. Shane Mosley is always worth the money.
And they hug once again after the fight.
Just to cap it off. An evening of embrace. It'll be the 47th win of Mosley's brilliant career against the 6 losses if in fact the decision goes the way we expect it to. Final round CompuBox numbers: Mosley 29 out of 75, Mora 11 of 63. You see that Harold Letterman has it 117, 111, 9 rounds to 3 for Sugar Shane. This is not a particularly experienced judging panel. Kermit Bayless, you know his twin brother Kenny Bayless as a very prominent referee in Nevada. David Dinkin, 1 title fight. His father is a very prominent, well-known judge and referee here in California. Lou Moret, the most experienced judge by far on this panel, had Corrales leading by 3 before he was knocked out by Jose Luis Castillo in their amazing first fight. Larry Merchant has left ringside to go into the ring. Michael Buffer is still awaiting the official decision ballots. Mora looking for, at age 31, soon to be 31, looking for the 23rd victory of his career against the 1 loss to Vernon Forrest and 1 draw.
Number liquidators, your Walt, Tecate, thank you everyone, thank you Golden Boy.
Way to go, Sergio. Thank those sponsors. They'll appreciate it. Fans may not be thrilled. Let's go to Michael Buffer for the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, here at Staples Center, we go to the scorecards. Kermit Bayless scores the bout 115-113 for Mora. David Dinkin scores it 116-112 for Mosley. Dr. Lou Moret scores the bout 114-114, a 3-way split. This bout officially is a draw.
Atrocious. Absolutely atrocious. A joke, a travesty, an injustice, a terrible decision. Horrible. Harold, what happened?
Jim, I agree 100%. But I've been here 2 days, I've been to 2 fight cards, and I'm telling you, the officiating here leaves a lot to be desired. There was a preliminary tonight with David Rodella. He got a draw in a fight that he clearly won. Jose Navarro last night on a Telefutura show, they gave him 1 round out of 8 when he clearly won 3 or 4. The officiating here is just absolutely horrible. They got to do something about it. This is just another example.
Kermit Bayless scored this 115-113 for Mora. He needs more schooling. Lou Moret has been around a long time and scored it a draw. He should know better. Final CompuBox numbers show Mosley landing 68 more punches, an average of about a half dozen per round. Throwing 14 more punches. Mora threw a lot of punches down the stretch trying to catch up. Power punches, virtually doubles Mora's connections. Throws 45 more power punches, lands at a 14% higher connect percentage. Ladies and gentlemen, this fight was not a draw. This decision sucks. Here's Larry Merchant with Shane Mosley and Sergio Mora.
Thank you, Jim. Shane, did you think you had won the fight?
You know what? I mean, Sergio fought a hard fight. You know, I thought maybe I could win my way, but a draw. We both fought hard, so what do you say?
Come on, Shane. You were the aggressor for 35 of the 36 minutes of this fight, and you're satisfied with a draw?
Well, you know, I think that it was a good fight. I mean, Sergio is not a big puncher, so he had to box. That's his main thing, to box, move around, stuff like that. And I knew what my job was, so it was hard to get him. I knew he was moving pretty fast, but what do you say, you know?
You were hoping that this would relaunch you into a major fight. Do you think, based on this fight and outcome, that you can still attract a major opponent?
I think so. This is a different type of fight. I mean, this man right here is a middleweight, and he's coming down to, you know, to 54, and he moved very well. He kept me away. He kept me at distance, and You know, I mean, it would probably be a different fight with somebody my size, my weight. I think we're getting more of a slugfest, if you will.
Thank you, Shane. Sergio, did you think you had won the fight?
First of all, I want to thank God for all the strength He given me. But yes, I thought I won the fight. I thought I did enough to win this decision, but I respected the man way too much. I mean, that's Sugar Shane Mosley, a legend, and he's a great guy. You know, with Vernon Forrest, God rest his soul, but I wanted to hurt him. And with Shane, it's just, you know, I want to win, but I respect him so much, and I thought I won the fight, though, Larry.
Your own corner was telling you that you were so far behind that you probably needed to do something special to win the fight. You didn't believe them?
No, I didn't believe him. And that's something, I mean, I felt I won this fight. I felt I won this fight about at least 2 rounds. I should have listened.
What do you feel this fight and the way you fought has done for your career?
Well, I think that if going 24 rounds with Vernon Forrest and 12 rounds with Shane Mosley, 2 Hall of Famers, I mean, that says it in itself. You know, I have 2 legends in my Hall of Fame resume, so I don't know. We'll see how the judges and the critics see this, but I thought I won the fight.
Thank you very much. Jim?